Hey, if you've been unhappy in your relationship for a long time and you're okay with that, why? How do we help people with relationship issues? Like if they were to call a counselor?
I've seen several couples lately who've come in and they're having trouble with their relationships, and a lot of times that boils down to trust. We talk and I find out that they don't trust each other, and I have to share with them, this didn't happen overnight. We're not going to fix it overnight.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, because you're not going to want to have a divorce because of one incident. Usually when people are really struggling in their relationship, it's culminating, it's ongoing things that are just keep happening. One thing that I've noticed when I do couples therapy, if you ask people, hey, what are the two things that cause most marriage issues? People will probably say like money and sex. I think it's more unresolved conflict and unmet expectations. I see that people have conflict that they don't ever take care of because of a lack of proper communication, or just, pride or resentment. And then unmet expectations, people come in with expectations that aren't being fulfilled. And again, that comes to communication. If we were to talk about these things, and we would have an understanding of what those expectations were.
Speaking of communication, I see a lot of couples who they tend to stonewall. The one spouse will throw out the problem or what they're struggling with, or what they think their spouse is struggling with, and the other spouse communicates with, okay. And that's it. That's all they're willing to communicate.
And that's a barrier in closeness, that's a barrier in intimacy. And if we were to look at this and say, okay, so if trust were the issue, that would involve us facing what we've done personally to break trust. If trust were the issue on the other side, working to forgive the person, knowing that sometimes we mess up. Expectations is this funny thing where I know me well enough to know that I'm a screw up. So why in the world would I expect you to be perfect all the time? That's not fair. People mess up. People don't always get it right. And so having the expectation that maybe you're both figuring out how to be married to each other could be beneficial.
Yeah, when people have conflict, a lot of times they don't want to deal with it, and they want to just act like it's going to go away, or they procrastinate talking through those things. It's kind of like if somebody broke a chair in the dining room and they just kind of put it back together, and is it going to be good? Okay, it stays, right? Well, you didn't fix the chair. It's just going to be revealed that it's broken later. So if something's messed up, just talk about it, because it's going to come out later anyway. And I think the longer that we have that kind of that unresolved conflict or those issues, the longer we have those, the more the wider that chasm's going to be between the two people, and the deeper the pain's going to be trying to overcome it.
I have a comic strip in my office, and one of the days was this a picture of this dog sitting in the defense stand at a court setting, and the entire jury was cats. And it's funny because that dog doesn't have a chance.
No chance.
Are you giving your spouse a chance? Are they going, I want to rebuild trust, but realistically, secretly, they ain't going to win this one? Well, what if you guys needed each other to succeed? What if you needed your marriage to succeed? Because realistically, you do. You want that to work out, and you want to look in the mirror knowing that you did all you could do to make it work.
And one of the key issues to making a marriage work is grace. You can't rebuild a marriage without giving your partner grace.
That's the same thing that God gives us, right? If you guys have issues with your marriage or your relationships, that's what we do. We love helping people get through those things. Give us a call. We'd love to help you.